Hello and welcome everybody, I'm TheJWittz, and this is another episode of TCG Tuesday, where I play through the Pokemon trading card game online, and show you guys some of the more popular decks in the Pokemon trading card game today. Today I'm playing my good friend Tom Hall from the UK. He's one of the UK's more consistent players, as far as doing well, getting invites to Worlds, and thankfully for him, I'm able to play a quality game. I don't know what it is about today, and this is one of the reasons why I just can't do live commentary, is because I play so many garbage games, either against bad decks or decks that I just can't play through. I played about 7 Kling Klings in a row, I think, and this deck just pretty much folds to Kling Kling, so I couldn't really show that. But Pokemon finally did deliver their Tropical Beaches, the special stadium card that was given as a Worlds promo for 2011 and 2012. I was lucky enough to perform well in Worlds 2011, and they sent out digital codes to everybody that was at Worlds. So I have my Tropical Beaches as well as several extras that I'm hoping to either raffle or distribute in some fair way to get more players these cards. Don't really want to sell them, I'd rather share the wealth and help the community, have more people have these cards, because Tropical Beach, unfortunately, is a very strong card, and it helps decks like these, like Blastoise. And so, because I've got him, might as well show you guys what we've got. So he's got Darkrai, which for a long time was one of my favorite decks, and I really wish I could bring it to Nationals, but I just don't have faith in it anymore. I don't know, I have a really tough time with the Plasma matchup. And my hand's not good, my hand's still not good, and I use my Tropical Beach. It allows you to draw up to 7 cards, and then your turn immediately ends, to draw 1 card. Definitely not good, and with 3 energy I'm already not using, drawing the 4th energy is not great. He attaches Dark Claw to his Sableye, gives your Dark Pokemon 20 extra damage for each of their attacks, and right away I'm starting to fear for my Squirtle's life here. If you can get a Dark Energy, Verbank City Gym, and a Hypnotoxic Laser, my Squirtle is done and I will lose on turn 1. So I'm kinda just hoping he doesn't hit those cards. That Juniper for 7 is pretty good. He's got a nice setup of attackers. My setup was pretty bad. He's got a pretty good edge on me. Now that said, look at my hand. I've got a Rare Candy. Rare Candy is really my only outlet to Blastoise. Don't even run Wartortle anymore. And so, I really need to draw Blastoise. If I drew something like an Ultra Ball, a Computer Surge, a Blastoise, any of those could really make my second turn extremely good instead of extremely bad. So he's already setting up. He's got a Dark Claw on his bench Darkrai. He used Dark Patch, which is their main form of energy acceleration. You can attach Darkness energies from your discard pile to one of your benched Dark Pokemon. And it's a pretty good card. It's one of the reasons why I liked Darkrai for so long. And so with a start like this, he's in pretty good shape. And if he has an energy to attach, he can either use my Tropical Beach and draw a bunch of cards and actually use my beach better than I was able to use it myself, or he can attach and use Sableye's excellent attack Juck Hunt, which allows you to get 2 trainers back in the discard pile. He plays Computer Search, which is a card I desperately want right now. Lets you get anything you want from your deck. And with just 1 card in his hand, and doesn't even seem like he has the energy to attach, why not draw 6 cards off my Tropical Beach? Just steal that from me. I'm fine. And of course I draw another energy card. With 5 energy and no way to get Blastoise, we gotta N again. So, not so great. And I'm looking, I'm teased by the Rare Candy, but nothing. So, I'm thinking, like, I'll attach to Squirtle. I'm gonna play the Energy Search for nothing, I guess. Try and beach for as much as I can. He's telling me that before I played N, he was able to knock me out. I'm not that heartbroken because I had 5 energies. I can't really sympathize with our friend Tom. So I play Energy Search, but I go for nothing just because I want to thin the deck and my own hand so I can draw as much with Beach. I draw no Blastoise, no outs to Blastoise. Darn. Bunch of Squirtles. I don't even have attackers, which is odd. Usually I don't attach energy to multiple Squirtles. It's just a way to retreat. So I'm in pretty bad shape. I mean, if he's able to attack with Darkrai this turn, it will knock out a Squirtle. The nice thing about Squirtle, though, is he's got the Hard Shell ability, which prevents damage on the bench. Darkrai normally thrives with his Night Spear by doing 90 damage and 30 damage to the bench. And if it weren't for that ability, I believe the Darkrai matchup would just be that much worse. It's actually not that bad, and I would say maybe even favorable for the Blastoise player. That said, they usually need to be able to draw things. Doesn't seem like he had too much to work with. He did Guestus my rare candy out, and of course I get Ultra Ball now, so yeah, I am a little hurt about that. I look at the Ultra Ball and I'm like, I might as well just set up an attacker here. So yeah, his Guestus, kind of a disruption card, takes my trainers away. And he's doing pretty good. He has his computer search back, he's got a huge hand, he can do all kinds of things. I'm just trying to set up Colress, draw 7. Please give me Blastoise. Oh, what's this? I got a rare candy and another Ultra Ball. So it looks like we'll at least be able to work with something here. So I play Ultra Ball, I'm looking at my hand like, what can I afford to discard? The Max Potion might be good. The Water could or could not be expendable. I do want to attach them when I can. I think I make a bit of a misplay. I decided to discard Keldeo. I actually play 3 Keldeo in my deck. A lot of people go for 3 of the Black Kyurem and 2 Keldeo. I do the inverse. It's just, I don't know. I believe the Keldeo is a little bit more helpful, and also you really only need to get like 1, 2 max Black Kyurem out in play. You don't need to play all 3. Whereas Kyurem, you want to play as many as you can. And as I look through, I didn't really look that carefully. One of my Kyurem is prized. So maybe I shouldn't have discarded that Kyurem, but either way, I do still have a Blastoise. I'm not attacking this turn, but now I can start deluging. Deluge allows you to attach as many water energy as you'd like from your hand to your Pokemon. And then I beach again. Unfortunately, off this beach, I have Candy Blastoise, now I know. Well, if he can knock out my Blastoise, it doesn't even matter. I've got another one ready to go. But I would have liked to see some energy, or a superior energy retrieval. They've actually renamed it. It's not super. But, don't really have any of those things. So, we wait. It's nice. I do have Keldeo if I want to attack with that. He plays Computer Search, and he has so many options. After Computer Search and discarding 2 cards, he still has a 7-card hand. So I could be in trouble. The only thing that's really helping me out right now is it seems like he's having a bit of an energy problem, and he's only attached 2 over these 3 turns. Has not attacked yet. Although, I'm having a bit of an energy problem myself. I've got a Colress, and I can draw a ton of cards off that. He catches up my Blastoise, and I'm feeling alright. I've still got a replacement Blastoise. I was actually kind of hoping he'd do this. And I do have the Max Potion as well, so, if he deals significant amount of damage, I can just wipe it off, can't I? So I'm feeling pretty good. The only thing I'm hoping is don't play N. My hand is pretty good right now, and I would really like it if you did not do that. So he attaches. Oh, and there's the N. I was certain he was just getting ready to attack. He'd already retreated. But no, wipes away my hand. Again, still got Rare Candy, and still got Max Potion, and still got another way to get Blastoise, so it's actually not so bad. The only problem is I'm pretty thin on cards. It's like, well, I don't know. So he did poison my Blastoise, and he did knock it out. So Max Potion, not really that useful anymore. With the Burbank City Gym, he just knocks me out pretty much straight up. And I'm in a bit of a pickle here. I really just need to attack this turn. If I can do that, I'll be alright. So looking at what I've got, I can Ultra Ball, discard the extra rare candy, and it's either do I discard Max Potion or Skyla? I think I should have gone Skyla, I only run 1 Max Potion, and it's just a nice tech card that can get you out of some sticky situations. But at this point, I think I'm kind of low on confidence as is, and I'm kind of just trying to hurry, get a Blastoise out. So I gotta do anything I can to get Blastoise and get another Water Energy. And those odds don't even look that bad. I've got the Candy Stoice right here. I can attach the Lightning from my hand, and all I need to do is Colress and hit 1 Water. Now I do debate, I could Skyla here and get Superior Energy Retrieval, but it just doesn't seem like that good of a risk because it gives me 0 hand in the end. I know I've just gotten so many bad breaks that I'm actually considering it, but by attaching Colress for 6, I'm about to hit 1 Water, right? Oh, exactly, 1 Water. Well, I'll take it. I can Deluge, attach, and now his Darkrai will fear the wrath of my mighty Black Ballista. I debate putting down a second one. I'm like, what if he comes up with magic and knocks me out? But no, you know what? I should pick that back up. Debate putting down another Squirtle in case by some miracle he knocks out my Blastoise, but I've got the Squirtle down. All I do is Blank Ballista, 200 damage, and I discard 3 energy, which is great for knocking out his EX Pokemon. I get a Blastoise, a Juniper, decent cards. There's a replacement Blastoise if he ever goes through mine, and I am pretty good. All I need to do is continue to hit Superior Energy Retrieval, which will allow me to get back the energies that I just discarded and continually Blank Ballista him to his doom. He plays Skyla, and I'm thinking, he's probably going to Skyla for a catcher. I do realize I don't have Keldeo down, so he could just catch up Blastoise and kind of leave him sitting there. And so I'm really hoping that I can find a way to find Keldeo. And now, after discarding that one, that decision's starting to bite me a little bit. He's gone through a lot of resources, but he can always junk hunt them back. And the nice thing about this is knocking out his Darkrai and him having kind of that slow energy. He doesn't really have another attacker ready. Maybe Absol, if he gets 2 on him, but my bench isn't that big, so he's not getting any knockouts with Absol here. And I'm okay with this. So yep, he's got the attachment Dark Patch to Absol. And Absol actually is kind of a counter to this deck normally. My bench isn't normally this small. I've normally got it full of all kinds of attackers and stuff. It's actually just my own misfortune that's saving me here. So yeah, Absol's attack, it's Mind Jack, does 20 damage plus 20 more for each of my bench Pokemon. Right now it's only doing 60, and it could be doing 60 more if I was full like you normally am. So even with the poison and the Mind Jack, Blastoise lives. And I debate. I'm like, if that Blastoise dies, maybe I want to Squirtle, other Squirtle down. I probably shouldn't have dropped the Squirtle, but again, I'm just trying to do everything that I can to be safe. I think maybe that's one of my issues during this game, is I try and go for safe plays rather than risking that often. So I do have one Deluge I could do, and I'm looking at my cards. I really need a Keldeo and a Superior Energy Retrieval, and now I'm debating, do I play it safe? Do I Cull Risks, draw 7, shuffle these back in, or do I Juniper, dump everything and draw 7? Again, I go the safe route, and now all of a sudden having a handful of energies is very good. I've got Computer Search and 5 energy, and this just happens to be the perfect numbers. So I can Computer Search, discard 2, find Keldeo, and I'm looking through. There is only one Keldeo, unfortunately. I know I'll want a second one later. But I can bench it, Deluge the 3, and that just happens to be the magic numbers where I can not only rush in using Keldeo's ability to get that free switch out from Blastoise, but knock out his Absol by doing 110 damage. So I rush in and do just that. Secret Sword for 110. So he's down, I get a prize. Does put me in kind of this weird spot because normally I want to knock out 3 EX Pokemon to get 6 prizes. Now I have to go through more Pokemon because I have to take single prizes. I could just go through the Sableye, that'll be just fine. My hand's kind of weird. I've got 2 Skyla. Normally I like to Skyla for Superior Energy Retrieval, but that card makes me discard 2 cards from my hand, so I don't really have consistent ammo for it. One card that can aid in that a lot, that I haven't really tested that much yet because I've had some bad experiences with it, is the Execute, actually, from Plasma Freeze, which can continually bounce back to your hand, like Sinister Serpent from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Games. I'm not sure if that card's still banned, but it got banned pretty quickly back when I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And that card is great because you have so many cards that discard from your hand, like Ultra Ball, Computer Search, Superior Energy Retrieval, and by bouncing Execute back to your hand over and over again, you can kind of eliminate having to discard 2 cards and just discard 1 instead. He hits me with Confuse Ray and gets heads, which is not good. That's why he's giving me that evil tongue face. Confusion puts me in a weird spot. Normally I have multiple Keldeo, switch 1 in, rush in once again, and I can eliminate any special condition. I only have 1 Keldeo here, so I'm in a weird spot. Looking at my Skylas, I'm like, should I Skyla for the retrieval and just try and get energy in play? Should I try and catch her? I have no idea what I want to do here. Not really in that good of a spot. Should I, I guess I just decide here, I'll get Rare Candy Blastoise. My Blastoise on the bench isn't doing that hot. If you catch her to knock it out, well, then there goes my whole acceleration. So I decided to go that route. This is tough. If I knock out his Sableye here, I am all good, but if I flip Tails and Confusion, I pretty much just wasted my whole turn. No! So I flip Tails and Confusion, hit myself. And I'm taking 30 from Poison. And after he hits me for 30, with his still Dark Clawed Sableye, I will be knocked out. So his risk paid off. He flipped Heads on Confusion. I flipped Tails on Confusion. All those flips ended up giving him just what he needed, and I am kind of depressed. Definitely not what I wanted to see. If I knock out his Sableye, not only does he not have that option of getting his tools back, it seems like he's low on acceleration. All he has is what? Keldeo and Darkrai, and that gives me turns to buy. Now he does end, which gives me 3 cards and gives me a much better hand than I had before, but still, that Tails is just so critical. So I'm done, and now I'm back to this. So, in kind of a weird spot. I want to be able to Catcher, his Bench Darkrai, and Black Ballista. That gives me 2 prizes and a really good board position because he's low on energy. But I don't have that. So I'm looking. I've got Colress for 7 cards. That seems like the optimal play. I saved some supporters this way, and oh no, you've gotta be kidding me. I needed just 2 energy, and maybe I should have Junipered there. Once again, I'm playing it safe. Now, he does have a 3 energy attack, but unfortunately it is horrible. Sableye has 70 HP, and my 3 energy attack does 60 damage. So, not really that great. I can replace the Stadium, attach an energy, I can deal 60 damage somewhere, but at the end of the day, it's really not too much to work with here. So, I mean, I can attach the Lightning, and yeah, this is just heartbreaking. I couldn't hit any of my super energy retrievals. I know I've still got, I think, 3 left in the deck at this point. Oh, well, 2 left in the deck, 1 in the prizes. But still, like, hit either one of those. So, yeah, I should have Junipered if I had looked at them. So my Slash, or whatever his awful 3 energy attack is called, just doesn't get the knockout. I think, you know, he's been having energy issues. Maybe by some godsend, he just doesn't have an energy to attach and retreat his Keldeo with Dark Cloak. Maybe I could have attacked Sableye and made it like a 2-shot knockout, but I don't know. Can you really depend on that? It is just weird math where I'm either dealing 60 or 200. None of those numbers are really that ideal for a 70 HP Sableye. So I slashed the Keldeo and pass. It's not a good situation. I would have even been okay discarding 3 energy, doing Black Ballista, knocking out his Sableye, but I can't even do that. And I don't have Keldeo, which is also another ideal play because he can get those kind of middling knockouts. By 3 energy, he can do 110. So all kinds of little bad luck things are starting to pile up for me, and they're definitely giving him the chance to get back into this. It's tied 3-3 in prizes, but he was definitely the one that was caught off guard. I felt like I was in the position to win. So now, yep, he does have that energy, he replaces my Stadium, and he guesses away my Ultra Ball. I'm not too hurt about that. And now Hypnotoxic Laser, he's going to start piling up some damage on me. He doesn't hit the Sleep Flip though, and I'm okay with that. I'm like, well, I can get the knockout here. I've got another Black Ballista on my benched one that I could feel at some point. The only thing I can't have him get is Heads on Confuse Ray. Oh, not again. So, the flip's not really in my favor, and I'm starting to panic. I know if I miss those Sleep Flip here, I'm gonna really be in trouble. That said, if I don't knock out this Sableye this turn, I could pretty much just throw away the game. My Blastoise is 2 bench hits away from being knocked out. If I whiff here, I am really just losing the turns I think I'm going to need to win. So I make a risk, and it's really not that good of one. I think, at the end of the day, I need to just attack, hope that I don't flip Tails again, but after that traumatizing experience with my Keldeo, I decided to do the unthinkable and discard 3 energy to retreat. Oh, it hurts. It burns. And I discard my whole hand. I can get the 4 energy and at least knock out this Sableye. And as sad as this is, had I just slashed him active instead of trying to do the thing with the Keldeo, I could have just slashed again here. But because I just seem to not be making the right play no matter what I do, I want that Sableye dead. I need to get knockouts. I Black Ballista, right? That's what I've got. Now, I know there are more superior energy retrievals. I just need to hit a supporter that can draw off these 2 cards. Ugh, there's the retrieval right there. It's great. Oh, wait. Just 1 prize, not 2. I'm used to knocking out EXs. And that's actually this weird, cruel thing where all I need are 2 cards, or if I had to execute, just 1 card. So here I'm really wishing I'd execute through a lot of this game. I've had to discard crucial things, or haven't been able to discard. So if I draw a card, it's just not going to be enough to refuel this attacker. I'm in a weird spot. He hits me for 90, 30 to the bench, to the Blastoise, and now I am 1 turn away from him taking 3 prizes and 1 Night Spear. That's not good. It's not good at all. So I draw a Catcher. That's, if anything, that's the 1 card that could save me. He only has 2 cards in hand. Maybe I can luck out. Catcher Keldeo. He's played a lot of energy. Maybe he just won't have an energy to retreat with Dark Cloak. And I can have 2 more turns to draw, and then use the superior energy retrieval. So he's up, and we wait. And yeah, most of this game I made a couple of mistakes. Like I said, I didn't take risks where I needed to. I should have maybe attacked on that last one instead of discarding 3 energy, being afraid of confusion. Sometimes you just have to make risks in order to win the game, because now I'm water out of energy. I'm not hitting any supporters, and I don't think there's anything other than an N in my deck to help me out with that. So I kind of watered myself out just through fear of flipping tails in the confusion. But hey, something as simple as Confuse Ray, Stabilize alternate attack that you really don't use that often, can really turn the tide in the game. Yeah, you do need to hit heads and then hope your opponent hits tails, but when that does happen... Oh! All that weight, and it turns out he does have the Dark. I thought he was sitting there plotting something like, oh, what am I going to do? Turns out, no, he just has it. So yeah, I'm just 1 card away, and maybe that's the reason to play Execute in your decks, so that you have that extra fuel throughout the game for cards like this. Now there is a problem with that, in that Execute is a 30 HP basic, and if you start with it, you're pretty much going to lose no matter what. For example, in this game, if I started it, all he needed to do was attach a Dark and his Dark Claw, and Sableye would have Confuse Rayed my egg to death. But it is a card definitely worth considering in these decks. He's got the Night Spear for the 90 on the knockout, 30 on the bench Blastoise, and that is the game. Either way, I'm very excited to have Tropical Beach back in this game. It allows me to play decks like Blastoise the way they were designed. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I am off to the Pokemon National Championships for the real card game. So I hope for any of you guys going, you guys have a good time. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. I'm hoping to get a few more for the next couple of weeks. I've got an announcement I'll share with you guys soon that might conflict with that. We'll see how it goes. But as always, thanks for watching. Click the button to subscribe if you want to see more of my video content, and have a nice day.